message from the management. Eating or drinking while watching these videos is not advised. You do this at your own risk. And please don't come running to me when you snot coke all over your computer screen. Hi guys, welcome back to Exposed, and if I'm welcoming you back and you like it here, I'd love it if you stayed and subbed. Can you believe she did an hour and 11 minutes of a New York luxury haul, and she's now doing an hour and 7 minutes of a Friday haul, 2 minutes later? Friday haul, Calvin Klein, ZARA, reviews, shoes and more. Shall we jump in?
Hey, happy Friday.
What's happened to why are we getting this stupid hey now? Weirdo.
Hey, not only do I have a lot of good stuff to show you, I was thinking, I don't know if there are deep thoughts, epiphanies, and some reviews.
You and your deep fucking thoughts. I wonder if I should wear my black or my leopard flip-flops.
So let's start with a lot of favorites too. A lot of times when I am getting ready, I'm thinking about you and I'm thinking about what I want to tell you, especially before my Friday video, and today's Thursday. And I'm thinking about you all the time, like during the week. So just like, for instance, this morning I was doing laundry and I wanted to report back on this detergent because I know it's expensive. And there's one that I see online all the time, and they just contacted me about sending me some of their scent pods.
Out of the blue, somebody contacted you to send you scent pods for your detergent or for your washing machine or whatever. Really? You expect me to believe that? They're just out of the middle of fucking nowhere. They happen to pop up the week after you're talking about looking for different detergents for your... Does she really think we're that stupid?
So I'll have those soon. And then Brooke told me that we have a place in town that's kind of like Lush, where you can go make your own detergent and things like that. So I might try that too. But
Oh, you're not going to try that because it means you're going to have to do something. You're going to have to scoop things out of things and into things, and people aren't going to be handing it to you and running around you and pandering to you and telling you what the best seller is and doing it for you. God forbid you'd actually have to put some effort in when you shop.
love this. I love this. Now I showed you that I was using my little jigger thing to measure out the loads, and it said for a medium load 1 fluid ounce, for a heavily soiled or large load 2 ounces. I have never used 2 ounces, but with it just being Will, John, and I don't have great big loads of clothes because a full laundry basket freaks me out. So I do clothes basically every day, maybe every other day. And what I have noticed is, like, my new pajamas, I forgot to bring them out.
I can't. How far in are we? 1 minute 37 and she's already getting on my fucking wick.
Here, hold on, let me go get them. Okay, I can't believe it. But this is one of my favorite things that I've bought in a long time. Eberge pajamas. And, oh my gosh, okay, I'm kind of a pajama connoisseur.
For fuck's sake, give up with the connoisseur bollocks. There is no such thing as a pajama connoisseur. And if there was, you wouldn't be it.
Avery, I've had that Lunia silk from Nordstrom. I've had the Nordstrom brand. I've got Skims. I've had, of course, Walmart. I have Victoria's Secret. And so I pretty much have a grip on what I like. You guys, okay, first of all, this print, is it not precious? White.
What's precious about it? White pyjama bottoms with flowers on. Woo! So different.
with the little rosebuds. It's so sweet. It reminds me of, if any of you are around my age and your kids are around my age, you probably remember the children's brand Little Me. That was one of my favorite brands when they were little, is Little Me, because it was so soft and cottony. Another one was Gap, because I never did, and this isn't a bad thing, it's just a me hang up, but my kids were always in their socks or barefooted. Because especially Brooke was barefooted a lot because she was born in March, so it was the summer.
Barefoot. They were either in socks or barefoot. It's not footed. I got something started in a comments section of another video the other day because someone said, oh, and I've bought, and it's like, for the love of fuck, can we start with the bought? It's bought. And then someone else is like, oh, and what about such and such? And I'm like, yeah, and your guys's, I want your guys's opinion. Guys is fucking plural. When are they gonna learn?
Summer. Will, he had more socks and, cooler weather stuff on because he was born in November. But I didn't do anything like dress them up in a 3-piece suit or, all.
Who dresses their kids up in a 3-piece suit? The fuck? What goes on in that tiny little brain of yours? Jesus, she's annoying, and it's only what? We're not even 2 minutes in. Oh, we are 3 minutes in.
All those different layers and stuff. I just was always thinking about them being comfortable, and I just loved all of the cottony things. And so that's what this reminds.
Bollocks were you thinking of their comfort? You were thinking of what you wanted them in, what you thought they looked cute in, and what you liked touching. It had nothing to do with them.
Reminds me of, I took some pictures, so I'll be able to put it in here, but look at this waistband. No drawstring and super stretchy.
Keep doing that and then it won't fit you.
Super comfortable, and John gives me compliments every time I wear these. And so last night I asked him what did he prefer, these or the silky ones? And he said, well, I'd have to see the silky ones. I said, I've been wearing them for years. He said, oh. He said, I like them about the same, but I really like those. So I ordered another pair.
Really? The conversations this woman has, discussing what are his favourite pyjamas for her to wear, and the fact that she don't do well in tennis shoes with her mum and dad. Good Lord.
From Revolve, just in the solid pink. I really like printed jammies most of the time, but love those, worth every penny. And it kind of made me think, this is epiphany number 1 or deep thought number 1. One thing that I love that I can do on this channel a lot is I can show you things like now when I try on a pair of pajamas from Soma or Skims or something, I can say these are just as good as Eberge. Like I love that when I really have knowledge of what the best is, and then I can bring you closest to that because I think that's what we want. So love those. And I don't know if I have anything else that is as soft and silky.
But the thing is, you don't like the cheaper versions, do you? So you're always going to be looking down your nose at them.
But still that type of material. Love them. Okay, what? There was something else. Okay, so we're talking about the laundry. So I washed it was a small load of light clothes because I wanted to wash those and wear them that night. And I could really smell this a lot. Like I haven't even washed them again. So it's not like it bothered me, but not only do I have sensitive nose John, I've got even more sensitive nose Brooke around me a lot. So she comes over here a lot of times early in the morning to do work for me. And yesterday she said she could smell my pajamas. And I was thinking, really? But this is my thought on this.
So that pissed you off, did it? That she said she could smell your pajamas? You just know how to read her. People say, oh, that was a cute story about Brooke and your pajamas. No, that was a dig at Brooke. I can't even wash my pajamas without her complaining. That's what she was thinking.
Sorry, I've got too much stuff out here. Mix it.
Really?
Like one of you said, you know, that Diva wash, the Glamorous wash, Diva wash, that you mixed that with another detergent. That was so strong that there was no mixing it that I could find doable. It was just so strong. So I have tried that, but this isn't that strong. This is like a fifth of the strength as far as like scent. And I just don't want anything that strong. So I was thinking this morning, what I'm going to do is get some unscented.
Do you know what makes me like, oh, she's going to get unscented now? Has she been listening to you ladies saying that you could get unscented detergent? Mm-hmm. What was I going to say? She knocked me then. What was she saying? Nope, lost it. Oh, there's a good one.
Is like a fifth of the strength as far as like scent. And I just don't want anything that strong. So I was thinking this morning.
Oh, that's what I was going to say. It makes me laugh. There's her saying, oh, that was so strong I can't cope. And then there's people putting in pre-wash, a wash, unstoppables, an extra thing, all to make their clothes smell. And she's like, I don't want them to smell.
What I'm going to do is get some unscented, like free, like Tide free or Purex free or whatever, and then mix it with that sometimes. And that will make this go even further. But I love it. I see what all the hype is about. It smells so, it's not overpowering. I like it. Oh my gosh. It's not even perfumey. It's just like, I don't know. It's almost like if you were to get your pajamas done at a hotel. You know, it just smells good and luxe. I love it. Okay. Epiphany.
How many people get their pajamas washed at a hotel?
Number 2. I watch so many New York Fashion Week. I watched a Moscow Fashion Week video this morning. Copenhagen. I watch a lot of those fashion weeks and stuff and just vlogs a lot of times. And I'm always looking for inspiration. Well, I noticed
I'm always looking for someone to copy.
They put this bright lip color on a model and she was fair like me, low contrast. And what they did though is she wore dark sunglasses. So if you're like me and sometimes you want to wear a brighter lip and you're going to be wearing sunglasses, wear a dark pair like this. Think of Carolyn Bessette Kennedy and people like that would do this a lot. And that way it might become a little bit more wearable. This is just a thought I had for myself. And I've really noticed it too with my mom. I love her dark frame glasses. She was wearing them this Sunday and she just looked so pretty. And it like balances out she's got big lips and it kind of balances out. Whereas when she doesn't have any glasses on, she's fair like I am and her hair is gray now and her eyes are light. They're kind of like a greenish color. Then she looks almost washed out. So that is something I was thinking of. And I'm going to get my hair done today. I may surprise you guys. I may surprise myself. I just don't know. I haven't made final decisions. But okay, so let's go on to, we'll put these in my hair. That is one more beautiful, gorgeous thing about not having extensions is being able to run my fingers through my hair. Okay, I took those out because I want to show you hair products and I felt like you should be able to see my hair. Okay, one thing I used this morning, not only are my gray roots coming in, but I have a chicken pox mark. It's weird how this happens. It used to be when I was growing up, I think it was right there and or maybe it was right there, but it migrated up. And if my hair parts a certain way, that scar is there. And sometimes I need to fill in my hair right there. And then this morning it was parted weird and I just wanted to fill it in and kind of cover up my grays. I just wanted to show this to you if your hair is my color. This is my favorite one. It's the Wow Hair Powder in dark blonde. And you need to have you need to be more of a rooty blonde if you use it. I do have the lighter blonde, and that is actually, you can almost give yourself highlights. Matter of fact, I bought that when my hair was too dark. But this is my go-to for sure. I keep it out.
But that only works for people that wear their hair with a parting, so that you can paint in where things are missing. Otherwise, how are you? Do you know what I mean? With people with curly hair, or people with a style where it's. I said to Jed, today's a bad day. I tried talking to him this morning and nothing. I couldn't think of a word for anything. So I don't know why I think I can do a video. But do you know what I mean? If you've got a different hairstyle than it's just parted in the middle, it's hard to use these things.
In the drawer to use it. So just wanted to mention that. Okay, hair. This is a thumbs down, but just for me. It may be good for you. So I thought it would be good to talk about it because you may want this, but you may not. I love Wow products. Matter of fact, the store I was in getting this said this was their #1 seller, their #1 line. So this is the Style on Steroids, Performance Enhancing Texture and Finishing Spray. I used this, it was the last time.
The thing is though, Lisa, did you use it correctly? Because 9 times out of 10 when you don't like something, it's because you're not reusing it right. Or for what it's meant for.
Not this time I styled my hair, but the last time. Oh, in my, I'll put it up here, my travel vlog video. So in that video, it looked good. It gave my hair body and everything, but it is residuey. Like it is starchy. It's probably the most I have used in a long time. And it made my hair feel dirty. It made the style not like go over the 3 days very well. It just wasn't good for me. But I have fine hair and I don't like the feeling of a lot of product in my hair. So if you're someone that really does want the oomph and you want it to stay and maybe your hair is not as fine as mine, you may want to try it because it worked. I mean, it really did give me a lot of volume, a lot of texture. I mean, there's no telling what you could have done with this. I just used a little bit and it was like in my hair. So I am just going to...
That's where you put it, wasn't it? In your hair. Sorry, they're selling gourmet popcorn on QVC. The fuck is gourmet popcorn? £25 for a jar. Where's the P&P? Feature price. Can't see the P&P, but the P&P's probably a £5. So £30 for a jar of popcorn. 320 grams. Is that a lot? Looks like a big jar, but still, it's fucking popcorn.
Going to give that away. Okay, this is something that is pretty funny. I bought this on a whim. I think I was buying some other stuff and just happened to see it on the website. And it's a whole little line here from Wella. And this is like Redken or Joico. These are tried and true brands that, I mean, they've been around a long time. They should know what they're doing. So it's the Ultimate Smooth line. And I got the Travel, which is a lot of times what I do regardless. It's not really for traveling. I do it just to try something. It's the Ultimate...
That's what a lot of people do, believe it or not, Lisa.
Ultimate Smooth Step 1 shampoo. Smooths, nourishes, and adds shine to dull, dry, frizzy hair, which that's me. And then the conditioner is Step 2. Conditioner smooths, nourishes, and adds shine to dull, dry hair. Okay, there's something in one of these that gave me a clue. Yeah, okay. They want you to put this in and leave on for 30 seconds. And then there's this oil that comes with it. And this one is Ultimate Smooth with squalene and omega-9 Miracle Oil Serum. Okay, what made me realize there's something to this is the night before I went to New York, I used this and like a cocktail of other things. And
Why did you need a cocktail of other things? See, this is where you go wrong, Lisa. You put too much shite in your hair. How about trying just washing, conditioning, putting a bit of oil on the end and leaving it the fuck alone?
it did not mix well. It made, you could tell where this was. It kind of stuck in my hair. And I thought, wow, it does do good. You know, it does fine just on your ends or whatever. But I could tell there was something to this. So night before last, I took a shower, washed my hair, and I used these things. And my plan was, I'm always after the whole undone Kate Moss hair. And I don't want to use a flat iron. I don't want to use a wand. I want it to be heat free as possible. So I had the great idea. Matter of fact, Will and I had gone to lunch that day, and I took a shower as soon as I got home because I was going to give myself time for my hair to air dry. And so I got out, did this.
How long does your hair take to fucking dry? That you got a shower at lunchtime? Fucking hell.
Whole system, just like they say, and combed my hair straight all the way around, pinned it, got upstairs, looked at my hair in the mirror, and it was curling. I mean, this hair under here, you guys, is curly. I'm hoping when I get some more weight on it, it won't be quite as curly. And I thought, I was on the phone with Kelly, or I was on Voxer, and I said, this stuff is the worst. And I looked it up.
Look at her, see? Look at the face. She's such a fucking child. You're a toddler in a fucking grown-up's body, complaining all the fucking time. I've got a perfect life. You wouldn't fucking know it to listen to you.
Get some more weight on it. It won't be quite as curly. And I thought, I was on the phone with Kelly, or I was on Voxer, and I said, this stuff.
I just can't.
Is the worst.
I don't know how she puts up with you. I really don't. I don't know how anyone fucking puts up with you. John deserves a fucking medal.
And I looked it up on Ulta. Every product has like 5 stars, 4.9 stars, 45 reviews, 4.5 stars, 50 reviews. And I was like, okay, why don't I like this? And I noticed one of those products talks about using your blow dryer. So I thought, okay, I'm going to go use the blow dryer.
I'ma go.
Whatever's in it must be heat activated, because my hair got so smooth. It wasn't, I wish it was a little bit heavier, but I know I'm the only person that probably wishes that. Most people are wanting their hair to have more body and be lighter and fluffier, but my hair got so smooth I couldn't believe it. And I wore it, I put it in a bun. And
see what I said? She doesn't read the instructions, she uses it wrong and complains about the product. I've never in my life met anybody as fucking stupid as you.
I was going to go to sleep. John had gone out of town for a golf trip, so I was by myself. I put it in a bun. I was going to sleep with it like that, and I thought, no, I better take it down because I don't want it to give me a headache. And then I put it in a ponytail. When I took it down, fell straight down again. And I wore it like that yesterday.
Again.
And so today I curled it a little bit with my big 2-inch curling iron just to smooth it out. But it worked. It worked. So if you're someone who wants smooth, straighter hair, like it wasn't flat iron straight, but you know what I mean, give that a try. Because I told Brooke yesterday, I said, you've got to try this, because she washes her hair just about every day. Okay, another hair product is, remember I got this little set from Sephora, but they have these sets at Kerastase too. And this is the full-size oil that came with the little travel shampoo and conditioner. Well, I used that when I was in New York, it was the night before my photo shoot. Loved it. I've used it again. I loved it. And this oil is amazing. First of all, how pretty is this? I leave it sitting out on the edge of my shower, and it's just beautiful. There's just something about this that's so pretty. And this is not my favorite method of, I wish it had a pump, but I will say I'll just do like that real quick, and then I'll run my fingers across the wand and just do the ends of my hair on an average day, and then it spins down real quickly. So
No, I need a break. See you in a bit. Okay, I'm back for a bit. I'm watching Down the Rabbit Hole because I watched her the entire time the Diddy trial was on, and I know what he got, but I'm watching the whole live that she did with the lead up to the sentencing. I can't believe the video he put in of him and all these kids, kissing these kids, what he did all the time he was out making stuff. That doesn't negate what you did to Cassie and all the other women. You worm is the only thing I can think of calling him. He's lower than a worm. Look at her face. And it just twirls down really quickly. She runs her hand down the thing. Why can't she just squirt it into her hair like a normal person? Or on her hair, even. Decant it straight to her hair. No, because she's thick.
So it's easy to undo it and do it back, and love it. So I think that little kit is worth trying too. Okay, so let's move on to skincare and some of my thoughts on that. Some more epiphanies and deep thoughts with body skincare. So, a couple weeks ago, I got the P50 Body Glycolic Spray. And if you've ever tried any of their products, you know they are no joke. That, 2 thumbs up. Just, it's serious. So I have been using that in the mornings. What I've been doing is trying to use my glycolic product in the morning all over my body, and then using the retinol product, Alpha Ret Body Overnight Cream, at night. This is expensive. It's $120, and as you can see, it's 5 ounces. So I don't know about this. I don't know if I'm going to order.
See, this is the thing, right? What is more important? Your skin and your health, or how many handbags and lipsticks you've got? Just think about that, Lisa. If that cream is working, it's well worth every penny you're paying for it, isn't it? Just don't buy a couple of bags a year. There you go.
Order another one. I have something else that I ordered from Muesli online that's kind of like...
Isn't that breakfast?
Prescription. I had to send in a bunch of pictures, talk with a nurse, all that kind of stuff. But it's got hydroquinone in it, so I don't know if any of you guys would be interested in that. So that's what I'm going to use next. But my thoughts on this are, 1, I do think it's expensive. 2, I do like it. I mean, I even took this out of town. 3, I've been, a lot of you like it. My dermatologist. I feel like it's a good product, but I feel like there might be some comparable things out there that are better. And then I was reading about it.
Comparable and better are 2 different things.
And it says that it has AHA in it. So it's supposed to be like giving you the acids and the retinol. So I did a little experiment the other night when I got out of the shower. I had one of those good, luxurious showers where I just did every single thing you can do. And I thought, I wonder...
I'm trying to be good. It's big enough. I was just wondering, did she have a shag as well? It's one of them showers, at least they're not going to fucking fall through the kitchen ceiling or something, are they? No, I'll shut up.
If this really has any of those acids in it. And I put this all over my shaved body, and it did not even tingle. So if there is any of that in here, it's not much. So I would just pretty much count this as a retinol product, which is not bad, but I think where you're going to get the most bang for your buck, the most benefit, the most before and after results is going to be from your glycolic acid. I remember when I first married John, I went to his dermatologist, and she was an older lady. She's since retired. She lived and breathed by aqua glycolic products. Every time you went to her, because we used to go once a year to get our bodies checked out. I still do that, but I go to someone else for skin cancer and stuff like that. And she wanted you to use aqua glycolic body wash, lotion, everything. And she would give you samples, and then sometimes we would buy it. And they don't make that anymore. But it seems like I saw on Amazon who took over it. But it got me thinking, about the whole skincare process. And I have seen great results already around like my feet and ankles. I used to have these little fleshy, just a little bump, kind of like almost like the size of a mole, but flesh color, just a little bump. Two on the tops of my feet and one on my ankle have come off. And see, that's what happens when you use Obagi. Anything that's on your face, like even a dark patch, it will come off, and you'll be left with a little bit of a raw spot, but that's what that acid has done. And so I'm really happy with the whole acid part. So when I was traveling, I bought these from Amazon, and I searched and searched to find the highest percentage of glycolic acid. And these are 20%, and they're serious. I love these. I have been using these all over my body. It takes about, I think, 4 of them, maybe 5, and they're not crazy expensive. And you know what is so weird and gross and almost alarming is I will scrub my whole body in the shower, shave. Okay, no, I didn't shave. Yeah, shave my legs, everything, both times. Okay, the first time I forgot my razor, so I did this when I got out of the shower. The second time was this morning, but I had just taken a shower, shaved my legs and everything. And you get like dirt on you can tell you're cleaning your skin, your arms, your chest, and your legs, even though you're clean. Is it just like maybe getting off, I don't know, is it getting off dead skin? If you know, comment down below if that's ever happened to you. But I know that I could take that P50 spray and put it on a pad and use it. But these are a little bit more cost effective, and they were easier to do when I was traveling. Okay, so something I have ordered many times before.
God's sake. 20 minutes.
And I ordered again. I just got it. It's all wrapped up. Is this? It's the Glytone Exfoliating Lotion. And this one has 17.5% glycolic acid. So when it comes down to it, I think if I, at this point in time, had to tell you, just get the strongest glycolic acid or pads that you can and start with that. So that's what I'm doing. Oh, here's the lotion P50 spray. And you have to shake it, and it will, let me tell you, one time I got out of the shower and I was spraying my chest, and just part of the mist got on other parts that had been shaved, and it stung. So this is some tough stuff here. But I think we all know that. This brand is no joke. Okay, I just saw this, and thank goodness yesterday I remembered to do this because I forgot to bring them out here. But I got another pair of the Gap Hailey Bieber the 90s loose low rise. And remember, I ordered these. No joke.
I cannot imagine being comfortable in low-rise jeans. I just can't. And that's all you ever saw in the 90s, was when girls were bending over to do something with their fucking G-strings up their hole. Why does anybody want to? I don't get it. It's like when that whole fucking... what's it called? When they had bigger jeans than they needed and you could see their underwear, the blokes. What was the point of that?
Next day, after I bought the first pair that I showed you about 3 weeks ago, And I even paid the $25 or whatever to overnight them because I wanted to have them for the next video. And I never got them, but it said they were delivered. So I was waiting to see if one of my neighbors got them or something. And then I thought about it and I thought, how am I going to prove I didn't get them? All the stuff. They showed up, I think, day before yesterday. And Chanel, she was just playing with her lamb chop. She gets crazy sometimes. You have to let it go. And
Oh, you're such a great pet, Mama. We know you love your animals. They're not allowed to fucking move or breathe while she's making a fucking thing. Oh, I'm sorry. Everything's a thing today. My head's just mangled. Oh, you just have to go with it. Fuck's sake. Can you just imagine if her kids were still small now? She'd have them fucking gagged and zip tied to each other in a corner. And I'm back. Sorry about that. I nearly choked on my tablets and then Kaylee came in and Madam came in and we had a chat. I hate it when they send you the ones that aren't coated. I can't cope with that, and they stick to your tongue and you think you've swallowed them and you haven't, and then they start dissolving and they taste like death. Blech. See how she can't cope with the fucking cat?
So
it's sad.
To see if one of my neighbors got them or something. And then I thought about it and I thought, how am I going to prove I didn't get them? All this.
How am I going to prove I didn't get them? You just ring up and say they didn't arrive. I paid $25 to have these overnighted and they didn't turn up. Damn right I'd be on the phone. Where the fuck is my parcel? You could just throw money away and then like, oh, it don't matter.
The stuff, they showed up, I think, day before yesterday.
Right, did you hear that? Chanel made a slight little shh as she went round the corner. And this is what she's creating about.
To see if one of my neighbors got them or something. And then I thought about it and I thought, how am I going to prove I didn't get them? All the stuff, they showed up, I think, day before yesterday. And Chanel, she was just playing with her lamb chop. She gets crazy sometimes. You have to let it go. And
what was crazy about that? She skittled around a corner. See? These are the things I want to put in front of the people that say, oh, she's really kind and nice. You've just got her wrong. No, I fucking haven't. You've got her wrong. Poor fucking cat can't even play with her toy without her shouting at her.
And, so what was I going to say? Oh, this is what I was thinking.
Yeah, maybe if you'd left the fucking cat alone, you wouldn't have been distracted.
Too. Many of you have noticed. One of you said, okay, first of all, my friend Christina said, Lisa, I looked at your Instagram and I noticed you haven't posted since June. Is there any reason? And so I didn't realize it had been that long. And then another one of my subscribers said, for some reason, your Instagram isn't updating. And I said, no, it is. I just haven't been posting on it. And so I thought to myself, I'm going to make some kind of challenge. And right then I saw Laura Vitale on her story saying she was going to show her outfit of the day every day of October. And
how fucking difficult is that? Really, how? You take a photo of yourself every fucking day. All you have to do is upload it to Instagram. It's not... Oh, she's got such a fucking difficult life, hasn't she?
And I immediately messaged her. I said, I am too. So I am going to, if you don't follow me on Instagram, I will put it right down below. I'm going to show not only what I'm wearing every day, it's going to give me more opportunity to, it's going to be a twofer. It may be days that I don't feel like dressing up. I don't feel like getting styled up. And you're going to see what I wear on those days. It can be sweatpants and a sweatshirt and whatever, my flip-flops. But then it may...
That's the whole fucking point of an outfit of the day, you dumbass. It's what you're wearing that day. It doesn't mean, oh shit, I've got to go and put something fancy on to take a picture, to take it off to put what I want to wear on to go out. No, you take a photo of what you're wearing that day.
Maybe a day that I see something that's inspiring and maybe I don't want to make a whole video about it, and I can do that. So it's going to give me a creative outlet, and then it's going to also just, get back in the groove of Instagram, because I do miss it. I really do. When you get out of the habit of doing something, it's sometimes it's hard to get back in the habit. But I have so many outfits that I want to post on my phone. And so I might even post more than one a day. So yesterday you saw these. That was the whole point of that story. Okay.
Oh, there was a point
this I brought out here because I used it this morning to put my hair up while I was washing my face. And I was going to tell you, this is what got me started on spending more money for fancy hair clips. And
I have no patience for her today. I really don't.
I think the first thought of it was when that guy, it was last year in Dallas, I had my Prada bag. Oh, I know what it was. I had another bag, but it was the bag charm craze when everybody was really getting into bag charms.
Bag charms have always been a thing, Lisa. It's not a craze. There was a Labubu craze, and there may have been a something else craze, but if you look at Coach bags, they've always had, what are they called? Dingle dangles? What are they called? She's just said it and I've forgotten. See? Oh, fibro's such a joy. I said to somebody on Reddit the other day, I said, the pain I can cope with. I know I'm going to be in pain. I can do that. It's the fucking brain fog that really grinds my gears, because you'll be in the middle of saying something and it's just gone completely. It's like your head's totally empty. Mine's filled with fucking marshmallow or something today because nothing's computing.
And he suggested a good bag charm is it was the Prada clip. And he just put it on the strap, and it was so cool because, we do that anyway. And the fact that it was Prada, it was cool. And then you could wear it in your hair. Well, they quit selling the one I wanted. And then I bought this when Target had the Kate Spade. And there is just something to it about having a fancy little hair clip. So I wanted to mention that. Okay, my lip combo today, I wanted to wear something a little different. Not that it's that different looking, but it's my look, but different products. Because I went through my lip liners and I saw this one and I was like, this is a good lip liner. It's the Hourglass lip liner in Uncover. So I brought my wipes out here. It's a little bit more, what can I say? I felt like it might be good for a lot of you. It reminds me of the Dior Jungle that got discontinued. It adds a little bit of that rosy, let's just call it tawny rose tone. So it can go a little bit more with pinks and stuff, maybe a little bit more than my typical that is more brown. And then these lipsticks, you guys, I would say these are the ultimate long-lasting lipsticks. Behind it would be the Dior that I just showed you in my lipstick when I reviewed all the highest end lipsticks, the Louis Vuitton ones and everything. I'll put that up here. But these are just so good. And this color is 104 and it's just so pretty. I know it's hard to see because it's a nude. It's a light color. And then I put it on and I liked it. But sometimes
Has anyone else zoned out completely? I'm here thinking, did I add so-and-so to the shopping list? What time is the shopping actually coming? What can I have for tea tonight? And I ordered some bed jackety things with hoods as it's coming into winter to have. See, if I have more than 2, then, do you know what I mean? If I want to change every day, then they're not getting stuck in a washing basket and forgotten about. Oh, and I went and looked, £5 postage for the popcorn, so £30 for a jar of popcorn. Really? Who watches these programs and buys that shit? Yeah, back to her rambling.
A little something something. So I saw this in my drawer, which is a Sicily lip gloss in number 3. I remember I bought this at the counter one of those times I was mesmerized in a beauty department. I think it was at the Neiman Marcus flagship store in Dallas. Those ladies at the Sicily counter, they were amazing. They're the ones that first got me into the Sicily powder that's so good. And this one is called Sunset. And it's very, I'm going to put some beside what I'm wearing, and then I'm going to put some halfway on top of what I'm wearing. And hopefully you'll see what it does. So it gives it a little bit of, do I have a mirror here? Do I have a mirror here? I do. Let me see. Okay, so first let me put a little bit more of this on. So you can see the color. And then I love the kind of a point to it too. Then
do you really think we can see the colour? Do you? Really? Have you ever watched your own videos back?
I'll put, make sure you get that sparkle to the top, because that's what gives you the fold over of the top lip. But I think this is a
fold over. I don't want to fold over on my top lip, thank you very much.
A fabulous lip combination. And I wanted to show you, okay, while I have this open, where's the other one? Here it is. I wanted to report back, here, I'll dump the brush out. My 2 favorite latest blushes have been these
exactly
2.
The same.
Now you may be saying they look just alike. And so I took a picture of them this morning, and I was, comparing them. And the difference is this one has a little bit of sheen to it. So I put it on this side, and then the Burberry I put on this side. It is more of a matte. So can you tell the difference? And which one do you like best?
Neither.
I think, okay, first of all, this leads into something else. This brush, I'm gonna get another one. It is so good. So good. There is something about this end. I don't want to put on like bronzer or contour or blush with any other brush now, because this is so good. So I just dab it in, and I kind of go over the whole cheekbone like that. And I used it with both of them, and I feel like I get more pigment and just a little bit more cheekbone out of the Burberry. So that
your hands look atrocious, Lisa. What have you done to them?
Pigment and just a little bit more cheekbone out.
Look at that hand. Yak. Looking at mine now to see if mine look as bad as that. I can't see. Hang on. This is stupid. Where are we? Do that. Will it work? Not sure if that works, but I still can't fucking see. But I'm 60 in December. What has she done to her hands? They look atrocious. I don't get it. Weird. I don't know if that worked at all, but I'll see when I watch it back, won't I?
Out of the Burberry. So that kind of makes sense though, because let me swatch them. So Dior, Burberry. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely more pigment from the Burberry. I want to try more of those. So there's that. Another brush that I'm loving that I just got.
No, it's none of these are Tati's brushes.
Is this one by Mario. And it's very, very similar to the Real Techniques brush that I have like this, but double-ended. And these are good for traveling because you get double the brush, and love it. The reason I got it is when I use my contour stick. Okay, I have been loving for months this one from Dior. That is the number 2 tan. And I still love it, but it was getting too, kind of like too tawny and too dark for me. So there it is. And so I went in to Ulta, and my friend Sherry is a rep for, is it Live Tinted? And she said, oh, there's one of these that's really good. So we swatched.
Funny how she's a rep for that company and she came up with that contour stick is the best one that...
it, and it's still got the warmth, but it's lighter. You see it's a little bit lighter than that. And then I went to Sephora and I got the Mario Light Medium, which is even lighter but still a warm tone. So I like this, but it's not enough oomph. It doesn't give me yummy. It gives me
Fuck's sake, Lisa. It doesn't give me yummy.
But it doesn't give me 90 Supermodel. It just gives me a shadow. So I like this, but not as much. The ultimate in the summer will be the Dior Tan, and then this Live Tinted. And this is actually, it's a hue stick, 5-in-1 complexion stick. And it's number 6, made in Italy. But I love it. I love it. I've used it now. I used it all in New York. I've gone, I've tried them all 3 to make sure what to tell you, and this is my favorite now. Okay, so I just took pictures of those swatches, so hopefully...
Look at those hands. I'm sorry that... I think you've left this looking after your body skin way too late, Lisa.
You will have some pictures up here to see. Okay, one thing that I got in New York at the Sephora, and how many times have I tried Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk? I've tried it so many times. It is one of those like mysteries to me. Everyone loves it so much. They just go on.
That doesn't mean you have to. Like you keep saying, how many times have you tried it and you don't like it? Give it up. Stop trying to make Giorgio Armani silk work. There's no point. It's like telling somebody to eat rhubarb and they don't like it, but everyone else at the table does. It's not going to change anything. Stop repurchasing it if you don't fucking like it, you dopey.
On and on about it. And I do think it's pretty, but you guys, you can't beat this. You cannot beat this. This doesn't beat anything. This daggone Maybelline serum. I've got it on today. It is just the best. I don't even know what could be better. I'm always going to keep Estee Lauder Double Wear up there really high because you can never go wrong. And I cannot imagine in a million years anybody ever discontinuing Double Wear. It's just the queen.
Don't say that. They discontinue things willy-nilly all the fucking time and guaranteed. You get complacent and think, oh, this is always going to be a thing. And poof, it's gone.
It's an icon. But this stuff is just so good. And my favorite color is 220. And I'm just using that alone now that I'm not as tan. The color they matched me to was 5.9. I did wear this and it was too light. So I'm thinking maybe this is one of those that I can just never get the shade match. But it was very underwhelming. I'm hoping that Brooke can use it so it doesn't go to waste. Okay, another thing that I had mentioned, I got the pressed version, and we were discussing the Givenchy Rose Powder. And I asked you guys, had you tried the new version that is talc free, and what did you think? So I decided just to go for it when I was in Sephora, and I bought it in the 3, and here's my old one in the 3. I don't see a big difference. I still think it is absolutely beautiful. I will say this powder has somewhat of it's kind of like a sheen. It's beautiful, But just, let me see if I can show you. I mean, I put it on my hand right there. It leaves.
I'm going to call this part 1 because I've had enough. And I will come back and do a part 2 after I've watched the rest of Diddy's trial. So I will see you in a bit. That wasn't a nice goodbye, was it? If you've got to this far with me, thank you very much, and I will see you in the next one.